I keep feeling like it's Groundhog Day, like what's going on with the league and Deshaun Watson and Baker Mayfield and what options there are. I mean, today, fresh off of the word that there's a 23rd active civil lawsuit that's now been filed against Deshaun Watson. Kevin Stefanski spoke and said he's just going to leave it up to the legal process. That's just yet another coach saying that about Deshaun Watson, and Mayfield's still sitting there. And what is the Browns' plan? Like literally, what is the Cleveland Browns' plan for this situation right now?
First thing they need to know is what is the disciplinary decision for Deshaun Watson? Is he suspended? Is he not suspended? If he is suspended, how many games? Let's say it's 8 games. And I don't know that it is or isn't. I don't even know if that's a ballpark, but let's just say for the sake of the conversation it is. They will need a starting quarterback for 8 games. They have a quarterback on their roster who led them to the playoffs, who would like to resurrect his career, who currently has no home. I know they had conversations, especially during the draft with the Carolina Panthers. There were offers made. The two sides could not come to any sort of agreement. And the Panthers are moving forward with Sam Darnold until they are not. But if you're the Browns, like the leverage you have is we could just keep him. And yes, it would not be the most fun thing for Baker Mayfield to have to go out and play for the Browns after what happened. On the other hand, the team is very good, and the personnel is really good. And might he perform well enough to have someone else go, you know what, that's my quarterback? Possibly. And that's what I keep thinking about.
Or they get him to a different spot and Jacoby Brissett's their guy, right? I mean, so you're saying that there is a conversation that's been had in the Browns building, best we can tell, where they do look at each other and go, we might need Baker for the full 16. So let's just give him his shot here and hope he wins it here. And then what? Send him on his way? Like if everything goes to the best of their possibility, it's still the swan song because they've got somebody who is on the hook for $45 million for the year, right? I mean, is that literally what the reason why they're holding on to Baker is they think he's suspension insurance and a guy who is so clearly not wanting to be there will just turn around and do it? Like there's literally a faction of the Browns who thinks that's a viable option for them with him.
I don't know specifically that the Browns have said we may need him for full 16 or 17, I guess. I don't know that conversation has happened, but I do know that there have been conversations about we could need this guy for many games. And Jacoby Brissett is fine. He has not solidified himself as a starter in the league, but he has been a totally fine backup. Just totally fine. Baker Mayfield, on the other hand, is expensive. You are paying for him anyway, unless you can get someone to take on a portion of his salary, which they have tried to do. But if you're paying for him anyway, and he might start multiple games, like, yes, let's just play this forward. Let's say he starts through the trade deadline and you can't trade him. Okay, well, you're paying him all that money anyway. At the end of the year, he's going to leave, and you'll get a compensatory pick for whoever signs him. So might you get a third-round pick? Probably. In a couple of years for him. Like, yeah, that's your sort of leverage is you might need some suspension insurance, and he's literally on your team currently.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.